Yo, what's good, y'all? My name is Friz. Welcome back to another banger video. Today, I'm gonna teach y'all how to mix and level your beats so that your beats could sound good and motherfuckers could use them and buy your beats, feel me? It's not really that hard. Trust me, it's super simple. Oh yeah, by the way, peep the new setup, bro. Sheesh. Peep the new setup. I mean, I got brand new desk. My old desk used to be so shit, bro, but look. Got a fucking, what's it called? Monitor arm, feel me? Yeah, I just wanted to flex my setup real quick. I'm actually gonna make the beat and mix along the way because that's like literally how I do it usually. I don't like mix it all at the end. So I'm gonna show you guys what I have so far. I made this little set of chords using Xenology. I used the SA EP1. As for the effects on the chord, I just EQ'd it out. I didn't really do too much. Then I added the PW for President preset from Purity. All I did here was the same thing. I removed the low end and I took out some of the high end because it was a bit harsh. Then I added some strings from Xenology. It is the Lush Strings preset. Then I went into Purity and I got the simple square lead. I took out quite a bit of the low end. Then I added this little fruity flanges, whatever how you pronounce it. Then I went to this preset right here, the modulation, and I just tweaked this knob a bit. And then lastly, I added this little. I added some reverb and I just EQ'd out the low end and high end just a bit. And yeah, that's all I have right now, and I'm just gonna start adding more sounds with y'all and I'm gonna mix it as I go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this, since this is like a constant sound, sort of like, you know, it's an elongated constant sound that keeps playing, I'm gonna go ahead and add Shaper Vox and I'm gonna make it pan around the headphones, around the stereo, just to make it more interesting. I don't want it like too I don't want too much. I'm just gonna bring this mix down a bit. And if you guys have headphones, you can hear it. It's like going around your head and shit. I'm gonna make this pan around too, but it's gonna be a bit more sharp. It's just gonna be like doop doop doop. I'm gonna go ahead and go into 3D Panamatic. Do this. Increase the speed. Bring that all the way up. I'm gonna bring this knob down. Alright, so we did that. Now I might add like 2 more sounds. That. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring down the low end, take down some of the mids. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so now we have the whole melody done, all the sounds selected that we have. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my master, bring up fresh air, and I'm gonna put in just a bit. I usually go with like this little ratio right here, 20 and 15. Sometimes I bring it down, sometimes I bring it a bit high. It really, you know, opens up the melody. So yeah, if you have headphones, you can hear that's a bit too much in the high end. So I'm just gonna like turn shit down a bit. That should be fine. I'm just gonna turn down the high end manually on the EQ. Before I move on to the drums, I'm gonna level out the melody as well. Now here's how I level out my sounds. Look, trust me, this is literally sauce right here. So when I'm leveling, I like to mono my master channel, and this might seem a bit weird to y'all, but let me explain, right? Basically, let's say you turn this knob all the way to the left, which means the stereo is 100% separated. It makes the track louder, right? And if you don't know what stereo is, it's basically like, you know, left and right sounds in your headphones, like this shit right here. When you turn it all the way to the right, it's gonna look like this. It's just a straight line in your audio, whatever your headphones. There's no left and right, and that is actually good when you're leveling because that is the true volume of, you know, each and every sound. It doesn't make it louder. I don't know if I'm explaining right, but basically you want to level your sounds off this. And what I do is I just keep the chords on and then I go through each and every single sound and I level it according to the chords, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna do it right now. So that is quite loud. I'm gonna turn that a bit down. Strings. I think like right here is perfect. Lead's perfect right here. It's a bit loud. I think right here is perfect. That's perfect right there. I can't even hear the fucking piz. I think that's perfect. And so now once I turn this knob back to normal, it should sound perfect to your ears. And if it doesn't, you can always just go back and tweak it a bit more. Now for the drums, I kind of want to do like a R&B-ish Lozzy type vibe. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up some drums for that.
5 minutes later.
Alright, so now that I have the drums fully laid out, I'm gonna mute the melody so I could just, you know, level shit. And I'm also just gonna go through each sound and, you know, remove the unnecessary lows. And then I just level them. I usually like to focus on the claps. So I like to keep the claps around this level right here, around -9 dB. And I like to have like everything other than the kick and the bass obviously a bit lower than the clap. I keep the hi-hats like the same level as the claps too. But really, you don't want everything to be like, you know, too low from the clap or too high from the clap. Like the clap's gonna be right here and like all the other percussions are gonna be like right here, you feel me? Alright, I think that's all. Now what I'm gonna do to spice things up even more. See this right here? This pans it to the left and this pans it to the right. I'm gonna do it just a bit on each and every single sound so that, you know, it sounds a bit more realistic and not, you know, all electronic, feel me? You need to keep the clap in the center. Okay, these two sounds are a bit like off-centered a bit, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I think I'm gonna pan the hi-hats just a bit. So I'm gonna go into the hi-hat pattern. I'm gonna click Alt-R and then tweak this knob just a bit, not too much. It just makes everything seem more unique. Ooh. I'll bring this down a bit. It's a bit of low end. I'm just gonna take that out. And literally the last thing for this tutorial is the master. I'm just gonna move this. You don't need this. Like I said, add a fresh air, add just a bit, and then I have this fruity limiter. I have this saturation knob like up here, sort of. Sometimes I have it here, depending on, you know, the bass, because it really just makes the bass like, feel me? Then I have the ceiling all the way up. I keep this the same and I turn all these down. The soft clipper doesn't really do anything because the limiter is already here, but feel me? Like, who doesn't like soft clipper? It just adds a little safety net just in case anything goes wrong, feel me? Oh yeah, one more thing. There's a little cool trick I want to do. So basically, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the bass, add another EQ. Then I'm gonna go back to the kick. I'm gonna add a fruity P controller. I have this bass all the way at 50, decay at 98. And then I'm gonna go back to the bass. I'm gonna go over here, like here. I'm gonna link to controller, peak, and then have this inverted. So what this does is whenever the kick hits, as you can see, the bass goes down a bit. And what it does is, you know, instead of the kick and the bass just playing at the same time, it gives room for the kick to just really punch the ears, feel me? But yeah, if you guys found this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. More tutorials coming out soon. Like I say in every single video, I upload every single Sunday, sometimes Monday if I get off a schedule. I'm also working on a very huge sound kit for y'all. MIDIs, drum kits, sounds, presets, all that shit, bro. Trust me, I'm working hard for y'all. Oh yeah, we just hit 3K, bro, on this on the Type Beat channel, which is actually crazy to me. Like I deadass thought this shit was impossible like last year, bro, but I'm doing this shit right now, feel me? I reached what I thought was impossible last year, and now everything seems possible to me, feel me? Hope that shit. That's all I gotta say. Just peace out.